Patricia. Karen. Karen, this is Mikey's wife, Karen. Hello, Karen.
Hi there.
You are married to someone else in the business, isn't that so?
Married to...
Who are you married to?
Oh, to Michael.
Yeah.
Mikey.
You are married to him. How did you meet him?
I was actually a dancer on the tour 10 years ago.
I meant to say you're dancing with somebody else as well. We'll come to that in a moment.
Oh, okay.
But you were dancing on the tour and you met.
Yes.
Now,
yes.
how quickly did this initial infatuation become love and...
Well, we were actually friends for 6 months before we got together, so we got to know each other really well. And I was working with the boys, and I ended up doing 3 tours with them, so we were friends first.
All right. Were you surprised when it became something else?
No, actually. I think it was just a natural progression.
Yeah.
So it was really...
Now, the other person I was referring to is someone in Take That. Now, tell me the connections between you and Mikey and a couple in Take That.
Oh, okay. Gary Barlow and Dawn, his wife. Dawn is a really good friend of mine, well, my best friend. She was a dancer. So we danced with Take That, and then I got to dance with Boyzone.
And now you are 2 couples.
Yes,
who started
in
that way. Being married to someone like in a band like that, how difficult is it? I could ask Lisa the same question, but she was there before the band, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's not. I mean, I've been in the entertainment industry for almost 20 years myself, so it's not difficult. I mean, we love it. That is our lives, so it's great. And I mean, the feedback for the boys is just fabulous.
Yeah, were you surprised to see it all happening again?
Yeah, I guess, but I mean, it's just brilliant. I mean, it's been so positive, and, you know, I've got my little girl Sienna, and Hannah's here, and just going to the concerts and them seeing it has just been fantastic. And
Sienna, I'm told, is Boyzone's biggest fan.
She is absolutely obsessed with them. I have to play the greatest hits album in the car. I get told what songs to put forward, what to go back, boys singing. I mean, she's really, really big fan. Big fan. So, and she thinks she's a dancer
everybody
as well.
in this studio, I suspect. If they weren't at the beginning, they certainly are now. Thanks very much, Karen. Now, Andy, how are you? Now, you're Stephen's husband.
Yeah.
I know people will say, how come that is? When did you get married?
Oh, you put me on the spot now.
Oh, you can't remember
3 years, March the 19th.
Yeah. How did the 2 of you meet?
We met through mutual friends at a party. A few times, and then they kind of match-made us. They told me to call Stephen called me. And...
All right, now this was in the interval between Boyzone the first time and Boyzone the second time. So it was kind of a more normal environment.
Stephen had just started in the West End as Joseph, in Joseph's Technicolor Dreamcoat. And so things were starting for him again, but he had quite a quiet patch, and yeah, it was normal.
It was normal.
Nice.
So from being married to someone that you were introduced to through mutual friends, very normal kind of thing, suddenly you're married to someone in a boy band.
Yeah.
How have you coped with the transition?
You know, it's really very good. Stephen's the happiest I've ever seen him. When I saw the very first... I'd never been to a Boyzone gig, and when I saw the very first concert, I think it was at the O2, I went to too many of them now, he was in front of 20,000 people, and you know the phrase jumping for joy? That was what he was. He was bouncing. The choreography went out the window. He was jumping all over the place and had the biggest smile I've ever seen.
So you knew that he was back where he felt he belonged?
Yeah, and I stay in the background, generally.
All right, well, very nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you as well.
Where's Yvonne? How are you, Yvonne? How are you?
Good, how are you?
Pretty good. Were you surprised? I mean, Ronan has been gigging really non-stop because his own solo...
Absolutely, yeah.
You can wave, that's all right. It's okay for girls, little girls, to wave.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely.
It's a must.
Were you surprised that the guys got together again?
No, because it was a very gradual thing. I think most people who heard of it just heard it very suddenly, but in the background they had been talking, they'd all met individually at things, discussed it. We had gone to see Take That, I think Mick had gone to see Take That, Louis. Everybody was talking about the big Take That reunion, how amazing it was. And the fact that they all got on so well, and that there seemed to be, you know, kind of a bit of interest in boy bands and a bit of nostalgia, I think they just thought, why not? Let's have a go.
Yeah, and what was the reaction of the children to seeing Dad in a similar but very different kind of medium?
Well, that's the thing. Solo career-wise, you know, the audience is very well behaved. It's like an older audience. But then you go to a boy band show and it's like craziness again. So they loved that. The audience is quite different. And yeah, they love all the singing and dancing and all that kind of thing. So they'll be loving this now.
I think they're born for showbiz somehow.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Anyway, they obviously are not at the stage where they get embarrassed.
If I can't get into a restaurant, you know, you try and book a table, sorry, we're full. Ronan will call up and he'll, you know, normally know the guy and say, oh, it's Ronan here, you know, can you get a table for my wife? Oh, yeah, Ronan, no problem. And I said, I won't need you soon. I said, I've Missy and Jack here who are already starring in things. They'll be calling up getting tables for me. So it's move over, Daddy.
Move over, Daddy. Now, behind you here is Linda. Hi, Linda. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
It's Ronan's sister, of course. And this is Ron's dad. How do you do? Nice to meet you. The Marie Keating Foundation, which is named after your late mother,
Yes.
who died tragically young of cancer, do you think that would have happened at all if Boyzone hadn't happened?
God,
Probably
I don't know.
not. I mean, I suspect because Ronan was using the power of his celebrity, if you like, for a very good cause.
Well, between all of the family, we all felt so lonely and so lost when Mum died that we felt we had to do something. Having Ronan in the position that he's in helped an awful lot, but I think the way we were brought up with Mum and Dad, you know, we had to do something. We had to do something, and having Ronan, as I say, has excelled it and has brought it to where it is today. But I mean, without our nurses and our doctors and everyone out there on the road, they're the ones who make it happen, and the units belong to everybody in this country because they fundraise to put them there. We're just the driving force, and having Ronan at the helm helps.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, in this time of recession we're going into, it's going to be more and more important that the fundraising continues to do that valuable work. I mean, that's... Well,
some of our projects, believe it or not, 2 years ago we set up a comfort fund for people who can't afford treatment, and through the breast care nurses, anybody who found it difficult financially going through their treatment, they would just send a form in, and very anonymously we would send a cheque out to those people. We've now extended that to people with all types of cancers, and Pat, you wouldn't believe the amount of those that are coming in, but thanks be to God that we're able to provide that service, and by God we will continue to do that because it's growing. But it's, as I say, the help of everybody out there in the country, because we're not government funded. They help us to do it. So
all right, Linda, congratulations, well done to all the Keating family. Now everybody in Boyzone has done their bit for charity. There is some good news. Jivo, they're an Irish manufacturer. I have one here of iPod accessories and iPhone accessories. They've come up with this, it's rather nice, it's pink, and it's a set of earphones which are noise isolating earphones, so when you put them in you don't hear the ambient noise, you just hear the music, and there's going to be €1 from the sale of each one of those to the Marie Keating Foundation. Right, so that's a terrific initiative on their part. And even better news is there's one of these and a goodie bag containing Boyzone Back Again No Matter What, as well as the headphones for everyone in the audience. So there you go. All right, well now we're going to move on with a little more music, because we have someone joining the boys for a special performance. He was a finalist on the X Factor. He won the hearts of everybody on these islands. I think it's pretty certain he's a long career in the business ahead of him. Will you welcome, please, Boyzone with Owen Quigg.